Hello, anyone that's interested. I've been extremely busy of late. Started a new business. Just put mud in my mouth. Yummy. Currently digging some topsoil to go in that blueberry bed down there. Been very busy of late. Baby, started a new business, which has all been absolutely great, but hasn't left much time for making a blog. So I'm just going to film a little video, just update anyone that is interested. It's always nice to hear feedback as well. It's also, the weather's about to turn pretty grim, I think, so I figured it's a nice sunny evening, I could do a break from digging for a minute. So first thing, it's probably quite noticeable, is this massive great terrace that I'm stood on here. And yeah, needs to be said, the pigs are now sausages and roast meat, which was hard at the time. I did it at the end of January. Wasn't easy. Not ashamed to admit that I did shed a little tear saying goodbye to them. It's hard, but that's always going to be part of this process and rearing animals well. And I guess if you've kind of created something of an attachment like that, it shows that you have some respect for the animal, which I think is what's really lacking, obviously, in much of the commercial meat industry. Yeah, it was hard, but it only took the first whiff of a Sunday roast about 5 days afterwards for the girls to come round to it as well. They've been quite happy with it. But yeah, it's down the bottom here, kind of just swinging the camera all over the place, don't really know where to start. We've got some grapevines here in front of us. I moved the shed down to the bottom of the hill as well, which I nearly broke myself doing. These grapevines were kindly donated to us by lovely Stuart Wheeler. Oh, is it going to focus? Go on. Go on. Camera says no. Anyway, you can see them starting to bud out now. They are Chianti, if I remember rightly. You probably see all the wire netted cages around the fruit trees there. Got a mix of apples, pears and cherries. Hopefully a good mix of apples to make a passable cider. And yeah, you can hear the birdsong. Spring has well and truly arrived, but I think we're in danger. A couple of the pear trees have put out their first flowers. I've got a feeling we might lose a few of those over the next couple of cold days. Just on the other side of the blueberry bed there is where we've got all our fruiting shrubs, black currants and tayberries, white currants, raspberries, a few other bibs and bobs. And I'll take the shortcut up the hill, but there's now a track that's nice and easy access that winds all the way up from down there, comes onto this first terrace, which is going to be for camping on. Hopefully it will green up after a little bit, just needs some more raking and refining. Track then comes up off the top there and comes up here. So we got our first veg terrace. This was all done by Kai. Mum said, "Oh, groundworks." Thank you very much, mate. You've done an absolute sterling job here. Kind of left him with some creative license to just be a bit more organic with it and create little shelves and stuff where we can plant other bits and bobs. Then we've got our second terrace up here. The far end of that is all onions. I think we've put 700 onion sets in there. And then this terrace, there's some field beans and broad beans at the far end there. And then starting from furthest away from us, we've got first earlies, second earlies, and then we got our main crop potatoes coming back towards us. Up the top here where the shed was, I'm going to build a sort of camp kitchen slash shed for Annie. We're going to make it a bit nicer than that ugly thing down the bottom. And then we come along this path here and we get to terrace where eventually you're going to hopefully put the polytunnel, which I might get around to in autumn, maybe next spring. I'm going to do, rather than just get a traditional sort of aluminium poled one, I'm going to build a solid wall on this sunny side here, probably up to about 6 foot, of rammed earth in car tyres, old car tyres, or earth bag wall, maybe even just logs, not sure yet, and then have a roundwood frame with a single pitch pointing back towards the south, and clear this whole bank off here, and that'll all be enclosed within the polytunnel as well. Just give us a good 40 or 50 feet here, so we'll have quite a decent amount of growing space. I've put in sweet chestnuts, cob nuts, walnuts, all those different fruit trees. Down the far end over there is a line of sea buckthorn, which should hopefully put on a decent amount of growth and start providing a windbreak from those cold spring easterlies, which it's luckily there's not too much poking above the ground up here apart from the garlic at the far end, but that should be plenty hardy enough. Yeah. Oh, one diddy little Nepeta 6 Hills giant. We're just going to be starting to plant all these banks up with annuals and perennials, just lots of pollinators on anything. And then this section here in front of us, this will all, hopefully once I've raked it up and taken all the bramble roots out with the mattock, it will start to become wildflower meadow once we've seeded it. The same with sections like this. Yeah, it's been pretty cool. There was a moment when I was clearing the last bits of bramble down in that bottom corner a few weeks after the pigs had gone, and I just kind of felt like it wasn't really worth it. I was just a bit over it, even after I cleared the last bit of bramble, and I looked back at a pretty well clear field. And then the following day, Annie and I came and planted some of the bare root fruit trees, and it just completely started to transform it for me and make me realise that it was all well worth it. And now we're looking forward to summer and seeing a space where we've actually got where we can hang out with friends and family and have some fires, a couple of beers and a bottle of wine after we've spent a day messing around down in the sea. Oh, these are the dinky little sea buckthorns just starting to leaf out here. Yeah, they're a good nitrogen fixer. Everyone kind of calls a super berry as well that comes off them, and they are native and they do pretty well in exposed locations, so hopefully they'll do their thing here. And then you look back at the boundary fence and you remind myself that last year all of this kind of looked like a mixture of what's on the other side of the fence. So, feeling pretty good about it now. More than anything, just looking forward to sharing it with everyone and growing some nice organic food. Especially little Senny having this lot to come and mess around on. So huge thanks to everyone that's helped out, especially Anna's parents, old Grandpa Ray, putting his back out doing digging whilst I'm at work. Definitely makes me feel a bit guilty. Thank you. Yeah, I guess nice long shadow to finish the day off, and yeah, look forward to seeing you all. Cheers. So there is one more thing that really needs to be said, and that is a massive thank you to Anna. It's I know all she really wants to do is be up here with me, digging, getting her hands dirty, shoveling barrows around and growing the food. Obviously with little baby Senny, it's pretty hard. I mean, over the next year or so, hopefully Senna will be much happier being left on her own for a bit longer, which will be nice. It's allow Anna to get stuck in more. I can see her twitching when I get back from a few hours up here, and she hasn't been able to come and help. And the days when she does come and help, it's always little fits and starts, depending if we can get Senny to sleep for a bit. If anyone's got a spare cage of neglect kicking around, like the wooden ones, like fencing hurdles basically for kids, we'll happily take it off your hands if it's taking up room. Have one up here and one at home, and I think we might actually be able to get some seeds planted and a few more bits in the ground. It'd be appreciated. But Annie, saying it in a public sphere, you're an absolute hero, as are a lot of the other women out there who are being mums on a daily basis, especially during this lockdown. I know it's been hard for a lot of people. So anyway, love you lots, Annie.